Guns, guns, guns! You can never be too well armed, humans. 10 internet points to whoever gets the reference. Hello humans, Dr. Kai here, and this is another engineering video, and what are we engineering today? Multicannons! Arguably the best weapons in the whole of Elite, especially when you factor in engineering. And as you can see now, when you've got 7 multicannons, all overcharged with incendiary and corrosive effects, you just literally melt the NPCs away like they're nothing.
Tear the bad guys a new one, huh?
Yes, Marcus. In this one single video, I will talk you through unlocking Todd the Blaster McQueen, getting all the way up to rank 5 as quickly as possible, and then I'll talk you through how to gather all the materials for the rank 5 overcharged multi-cannon mods, and I'll give you some tips on getting the special effects you want on every single gun. Feel free to check out my other engineering videos first. It is quite useful to be able to jump very far, so the FSD range modding 101 series is good, and having a good turning rate and good speed is great for gathering the bounties that you're going to need in this video, so you might want to do those first. Okay, with that out of the way, let's actually unlock Todd McQueen. You don't need to unlock anyone else before that, you just basically need to get 15 bounty vouchers of any kind from the Alliance, and then basically you'll get an invite to him. And the best way to gather bounty vouchers of any kind is to head to a red site, of course, my favourite being Jupiter, and you basically blast anyone who's got a wanted status, and you should have 15 bounty vouchers in no time, and also over 100,000, which is what you're going to need next.
Capitalism, baby!
Yeah, baby! Once you've done that, you head over to Wolf 397 Trismadi, and you bring with you, or you collect there, 100,000 credits in bounty claims, hand those into him, he basically collects them, and you unlock him. Simple as that.
My weapon machines will fix that for you.
You're going to want to bring up Todd McQueen's multi-cannon page on this website, or you can do it on ED Engineer, which is also linked in the description. And basically, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the overcharged weapon modification for multi-cannons, which I believe is literally the best thing you can do to a weapon. If you've got extreme skill, there are other ways, and I'm not going to get into the debate right now, but for most people, if you want a very good set of weapons, I would say get as many multi-cannons as you can overcharged at grade 5 with incendiary or corrosive effects. But we'll get to that later. You're going to need to gather Zirconium, Conductive Polymers, Modified Embedded Hardware, and Reinforced Mounting Plates, which is a commodity and no longer applies after 2.23 if that's when you're watching the video, so you can ignore that part of this video. Now to get Todd McQueen up to level 5, you need to basically do a bunch of rolls, and every roll you do gives you some experience points towards the next grade. So to get up to level 3, I suggest all you do is find sulfur, phosphorus, and nickel. Those 3 are all grade 1 rolls, as you can see here, because they're on the top line of each one of these, and you just do about 30, 40, maybe 50 rolls, so gather about 30, 40 or 50 of them, and then you should be rank 3. Now, to get to rank 4 and then to rank 5, you want to do 3 grade 3 rolls, and then 3 grade 4 rolls. And before we go any further, let me just tell you now, you're going to want to collect as many of these as you can, 3 for every weapon at least. And then 1 more on top of that in order to get there in the first place. I'll explain why at the end of the video. So basically what you want to do is gather conductive ceramics, manganese, salvaged alloys, and if you're pre 2.2.3, which you probably aren't by now, then CMM deposits. You also want to collect conductive components, phase alloys, protolite alloys, and magnetic emitter coils. To get the conductive ceramics and the conductive components, you do it in the exact same way as the conductive polymers, so stay tuned, I'm going to explain how to do that very, very soon. And for salvage alloys and phase alloys, you want to go to a debris field, which you will find in the very same system you collect the conductive polymers, which will be an outbreak anarchy system. Debris fields are basically places where a bunch of pirates keep coming to see what they can salvage from the debris, and you can blast them at no cost and collect the phase alloys and the salvage alloys, which drop from them very quickly. It's a lot of fun, it's very quick to gather them. And then protolite alloys, you basically need to find high grade emission USSs, which can be found in boom state systems anywhere in the galaxy. Right now, for example, very usually Sol is full of boom, and it's a very high population, so you get a lot of USSs. I've got another video about explaining how to get a very similar thing, which is pharmaceutical isolators. You do it in the exact same way, you need high grade emissions, but those will be in outbreak systems. Now I'm going to cover the quickest ways to gather the 3 main materials you need for the overcharged multi-cannon roll, grade 5. In order to find zirconium, the first material, you head to eddb.io/body, put in your reference system, which is where you currently are, so in my case that's Sol, and then you type in Z for zirconium, do a find body search, and then what you want to do is sort by zirconium, and you want to find something that's quite a high percentage, and something that's close by. So for example, this is only 149 light years away, Cluster 1, or you could just head to this eerie little planet, Epsilon Ceti 1, at these coordinates, and you should find a lot of these golden outcrops, these metallic outcrops, and they seem to spawn quite a lot of zirconium. I gathered a lot very quickly here. And you can also gather arsenic and cadmium, so why the hell not?
Loot doesn't get any better than that.
Now for the next material, you basically need to do something horrible. You need to kill loads of trader vessels, and the quickest way of doing that is to find convoy beacons, which are a type of USS found in outbreak anarchy systems. You need to drop into those as often as you can and kill as many T9s as you can. They are all refugees, so you've got to try and turn off your role-playing organ and gather up the conductive polymers. I've actually got a video covering exactly the method, which is also used to gather chemical manipulators. Click the video that is showing on the screen now in the cards.
Why loot the dead when you can buy from me?
Shut up, Marcus. For the last material, modified embedded hardware, again I'm going to reference you to another video where I've covered extensively the details of how to gather them. You basically need to do data runs on medium security, triple plus surface settlements, and I've got full guides on that, so again click right now, you should see the video on screen. Pause the screen now and take a look at these systems if you want to get your reinforced mounting plates. Okay, we've unlocked Todd McQuinn, we've got him up to grade 3, we now have collected enough grade 3 and grade 4 multi-cannon lightweight mount upgrades, as we do have guns, and we also have plenty of grade 5 rolls for our multi-cannon overcharging. Why? Because we love guns. And why do we love guns?
You can always trust the gun at your side.
Wise words, Marcus. Now, as I explained before, you need to do 3 grade 3 lightweight mount rolls and then 3 grade 4 ones, and you'll be grade 5. Now, I don't really need to explain much about actually doing grade 5 rolls for the overcharged weapons, but of course, for every single one of the stats that you can increase, you want to get as high as percentages as possible, so just do that. But then there's a trick, because you want to apply an effect when you get a really good roll. Let's talk about that now. So here you can see I've got a pretty good roll, I want to stick with it, so I want to apply an experimental effect on top of it. In my case, I want to apply corrosive.
That'll cause some pain.
So in order to do that, it's actually going to cost me 2 ranks. I'm going to do it, I'm going to click the adjust button here, I'm going to apply it, and now as you can see, I'm only rank 3 again. That is why we stocked up on the extra grade 3 and grade 4 roll. And now I hope it all makes sense. And as a final tip, I will say that you only need 1 corrosive weapon as it stands. Corrosive isn't something that stacks at the time of writing, and it's not going to be changed in 2.2.3. They have expressed some interest in changing it, but for the moment, one thing that is really useful for your multi-cannons is to apply incendiary, 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 incendiary onto all of them, because basically it converts them into thermal weapons, but it still has the same level of hull damage. It is absolutely amazing. You can peel off the shields and then peel off the hulls in seconds, as you saw at the beginning of the video. So that's it. Now that the Thargoids or some kind of aliens have shown up, you have a very quick and easy way of getting some pretty neat weapons and creating some space barbecue shrimp on the go. If you strongly disagree with anything I've said, for example which weapon I've chosen or what upgrade I've chosen, or you just have any comments or any further suggestions, put them in the comments, and other viewers, go and have a look in the comments now. I'm sure you'll find lots of wisdom there, as well as lots of stupidity. As usual, it is YouTube. Either way, we've got guns now, we can protect ourselves from such things. So long, humans!
See you soon. Check back later to see my new weapon of the day.
It's huge! Oh my gosh. To see what secrets they hold. Join me as I sail amongst the stars.